10 Things You Need to Know About Taxes, a Beginner's Guide. Hello and welcome back to the Financial Hive. This is our Beginner's Guide to Taxes. In this video, we'll be walking you through the basics of how taxes work and what you need to know to stay on top of your finances. Taxes can be a confusing topic, but we promise to keep it light and easy to understand. So, grab a cup of coffee and let's get started. Section 1. Why do we pay taxes? Let's start with the basics. Taxes are the way that governments raise money to pay for things like schools, roads, and public services. In other words, taxes are what makes our society function. But how are taxes calculated? It depends on your income and your tax bracket. Your tax bracket is determined by how much you earn, and the more you earn, the higher your tax rate will be. For example, if you're in the lowest tax bracket, you may only pay 10% of your income in taxes, whereas someone in the highest tax bracket may pay up to 37%. It's important to understand your tax bracket and how it affects the amount of taxes you owe. Section 2. What are the different types of taxes? There are many different types of taxes, but the most common are income tax, sales tax, and property tax. Income tax is the tax you pay on the money you earn from your job, while sales tax is the tax you pay when you buy goods and services. Property tax is the tax you pay on your home or other real estate. There are also other types of taxes like excise taxes, estate taxes, and more. It's important to understand which types of taxes apply to you and how they are calculated. For example, property taxes are often based on the value of your home, while sales tax may vary depending on the state you live in. Section 3. What is taxable income? Taxable income is the amount of money you earn that is subject to income tax. This includes your salary, wages, tips, and any other income you receive. However, not all income is taxable. For example, some income like gifts or inheritances may not be subject to income tax. It's important to understand what counts as taxable income and what doesn't. Additionally, there are deductions and credits that can help lower your taxable income and reduce the amount of taxes you owe. Section 4. What are tax deductions and credits? Tax deductions and credits are ways to reduce the amount of tax you owe. Deductions are expenses that you can subtract from your taxable income, such as charitable donations or mortgage interest. Credits, on the other hand, are dollar-for-dollar reductions in the amount of tax you owe. Examples of tax credits include the child tax credit, earned income tax credit, and education tax credits. It's important to understand which deductions and credits apply to you and how to take advantage of them. Section 5. When do you need to file your taxes? You need to file your taxes every year by the tax deadline, which is usually April 15th. However, there are some exceptions, such as if you are outside the country on the deadline or if you are unable to file your taxes due to a natural disaster. If you don't file your taxes on time, you may face penalties and interest charges. It's important to understand when your taxes are due and to make sure you have all the necessary documents before you start filing. Section 6. What happens if you make a mistake on your taxes? Making a mistake on your taxes can be frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. If you realize you made a mistake after you filed your taxes, you can file an amended return to correct it. However, keep in mind that you may still face penalties and interest charges for any taxes owed. It's always a good idea to double-check your tax return before you file to make sure there are no mistakes. You can also use tax software or hire a tax professional to help you prepare and file your taxes. Section 7. How can you get help with your taxes? If you need help with your taxes, there are several resources available. The IRS website has a wealth of information and resources to help you understand and file your taxes. You can also call the IRS helpline or visit a local IRS office for assistance. Additionally, you can use tax software like TurboTax or H&R Block, or hire a tax professional like a CPA to help you prepare and file your taxes. Section 8. What happens if you can't afford to pay your taxes? If you can't afford to pay your taxes, it's important to still file your tax return on time. You can then contact the IRS to set up a payment plan. This will allow you to pay off your taxes over time instead of all at once. However, keep in mind that you may still face penalties and interest charges for late payments. It's always a good idea to communicate with the IRS if you're having trouble paying your taxes. Section 9. What are some common tax scams? Unfortunately, there are some people out there who try to scam others out of their money by posing as IRS agents or other government officials. Be on the lookout for phone calls or emails that claim to be from the IRS and ask for personal information or money. The IRS will never ask you to pay with a prepaid debit card or wire transfer, and they will never threaten to have you arrested for not paying your taxes. If you're ever unsure about a communication from the IRS, contact them directly to verify its legitimacy. Section 10. What should you do to prepare for tax season? To make tax season as easy as possible, keep good records throughout the year. Keep track of your income and expenses, save receipts and statements, and make sure you have all the necessary forms before you start filing your taxes. You can also use tax software or hire a tax professional to help you prepare and file your taxes. It's important to start early and not wait until the last minute to file your taxes. Here are some bonus tax tips. Keep track of your expenses. This is especially important if you are self-employed or own a business. Keeping accurate records of your expenses throughout the year can help you maximize your deductions come tax season. Don't forget about deductions. There are many tax deductions available, but you need to make sure you're taking advantage of them. Common deductions include charitable contributions, medical expenses, and home office expenses. Contribute to retirement accounts. Contributing to a retirement account like an IRA or 401k can help lower your taxable income and save you money on taxes. Understand your tax bracket. Your tax bracket determines how much you'll pay in taxes. Make sure you understand which bracket you fall into and how that affects your taxes. File on time. Filing your taxes on time can help you avoid penalties and interest charges. If you can't file on time, be sure to file for an extension. Use tax software or a tax professional. If you're not comfortable preparing your own taxes, consider using tax software or hiring a tax professional to help you. They can help ensure that your taxes are prepared correctly and that you're taking advantage of all available deductions. Conclusion, and that's a wrap on our beginner's guide to taxes. We hope this video has helped you understand the basics of how taxes work and what you need to know to stay on top of your finances. Remember, taxes may seem overwhelming at first, but with a little bit of knowledge and preparation, you can navigate the tax system with confidence. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more helpful tips and information. Thanks for watching and see you next time.